Hello and welcome to the Daily Gas for August 29th, 2025, called The Cold Hard Factors by Philip Newman. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Factor lines. For every pair of adjacent digits on a line, one digit must be a factor slash multiple of the other. So what does that mean? Well, first of all, it means we did guess correctly. Second of all, we don't need to try to figure out all our own because Philip gives us an example. For example, if row 3, column 4 were a 3, row 2, column 3 could be 1, 3, 6, or 9 because 1 is a factor of 3, 3 is a factor and multiple of itself, and 3 is a factor of 6 and 9. Essentially what we're saying is, can you multiply one of these numbers by a whole number to get the other? So for example, I could multiply 1 times 3, 3 is a whole number, to get there, right? I could multiply 3 by 1 to get to 3 in either direction. I could multiply 3 by 2 to get 6, and I could multiply 3 by 3 to get 9. However, something like 7, I would need to multiply by 7/3, which would be, what is that, 2 and a third, so 2.3 repeating. Um, that just doesn't work here. So those are the considerations we'll need to make. I guess I was gonna say our prime numbers are restricted, but no, 2 and 3 are not restricted. Just 5 and 7 are very restricted. So that's a consideration we'll make. I'm sure that'll be a key player in solving today's puzzle, but I digress. Those are the rules. Let's just jump right into it. All right, so what is, well, I would say what is the first step? I guess, first of all, it looks like we have X windmill. The clues are not going to play out like X windmill, even if the givens do. So let's start off with that because we can actually do a lot of work with that, given all of the fives that were given to us. Um, 5 will have 1 next to it because 5 and 7, those are going to be our primes that are restricted. Then oh, well, we need to make a continuous line where all the factors work together. So it would have to be something like, let me pause. Just as I had that realization there, I was tasked with dealing with a rather large bug. So, anyways, now that we're back to our regularly scheduled programming, um, I was thinking about this here because we need to have a string of factors that all connect up to each other, right? So 2 can connect between the sets. Like we could do like 4, 8, 2, or 8, 4, 2 in some order, right? But 2 is the connector because it gets us to 6, and, or I guess 6 is also technically the connector, whatever. But 6 then gets us to 3, and 3 would get us to 9, right? Um, and those can exist essentially in either order. But the problem is where does 7 go? And that's the thing I just realized is where in the world does 7 go? Well, realistically, we only have one option for 7 in this entire row, and that's not part of the factor line because 7 would require a 1 next to it, just like the 5 required the 1 next to it. So, what does that mean? That means that 1, yeah, I don't know. I thought I really thought there would be like something big that came out of that. Uh, yeah, I apologize. I kind of lost the train there. 8. 8 and 2, right? Because this could be like 2, this could be 3, this could be, I guess it could be 2 or 3. Those are it's actually just those two options, and this could be 2 or 8. But yeah, it's not because of the one. They're not very restricted. 8 and 2 though. 2 here cannot connect to 4. It cannot connect to 6. So this needs to be 1 or 8. If okay, well this is interesting. If it's 8, well no, that again, sorry, I was going to say if it's 8, it can't be 2, 4 or 8 because 8 of course can connect to itself, but that doesn't matter because it could be 1. Could be 1. I guess that would force 1 here, and then 1 would have to go one of these two cells. Actually, we would know 1 would have to go here. But then what would go next to the 8? Yeah, okay. So, yes. This has to be 2, 1, right? 8 has to see 1, 2, 4, 8. Can't see 4. It has to be 1, 2. It can't see 8. It has to be 1 or 2. We now know where the 1 goes. And because of that, we actually now know, after going through that whole thing, I guess this would have been a bit of a cleaner approach, but now we know that 1 has to go in one of these two cells, and we know exactly which one of those two cells. It has to go here. And that places 1 here because we know that the 1 will go in one of these two cells, and we know that 1 goes in one of these two cells from below, and that gets us an X-wing, which places the 1 there. Uh, I thought I had something there. Seven's not really going to do anything for us, is it? Maybe we do need to be considering this. I just feel like we don't have enough information. Like there's so many different ways that we could make the connections, right? The 2, 6. Well, it would have to be like 2, 6, 3, 9, and then like 2, 6, 3, 9 with 2, and then 4, 8 in some order. So maybe there's a way to do that because I'm 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 fairly certain that 2, 6 would have to be that middle connector, right? And then it would have to be like 3, 9 here, 3, 9 here. And that's the other thing. Like, yeah, I think this has to be it. This has to be 6, 2. I probably could have done this sooner, but I've only now just actually thought about the implication of what I had stated before. This has to be 3, 9 in some order, and this needs to be 4, 8 in some order. We actually know the order thanks to the 8 here. 6, 3, 9, we don't know the order. 4, 8, though, because of this 8, we actually do know the order. 4, 8. We could have done that a while ago, couldn't we have? Oh well. Well, now that my brain has decided that it wants to function, this is a bit more restricted now. So I guess first and foremost, 7 has to appear down the column somewhere, so it definitely has to be there, which means this is a 1-7 pair. Or 7 would require double 1, and that wouldn't work, so this can't be 7. So this actually has to be the 1, and this is the 7, which places 1 here. Okay. Then trying to see if that does anything else. No. It does not. All right. Well, let's keep doing what we were going to do. 3, 6, 9. Only option here with 2 is 6, and this will be a 3, 9 pair. 3, 9 pair leaves us with, well, this has to be 2, right? 2 and 6. Then, hmm. What is this? 3, 4? Oh, we know this is 3, 9. Sorry, so this has to be 2, because this could only be 2 or 3. And then 3, 9 leaves us with 4, 6, 8. 4, 8, 3. This can't be 4. Oh, no, sorry. Neither of these can be 4. This is a 3, 4 pair. This has to be 4. There we go. And yeah, this is 3. This is 8. 6. 6 has to be connected to 2 or 3 or itself or 1. It can't be 1, 3, or itself, so it must be 2. This is going to be the 9. 9, 7, 3. There we go. Then this is 7, 9. 9, 3, 9, 7, 9. 7, 9, and 2. This is going to be 2, so this is a 7, 9. 7 would require 1, so this has to be 9. This is 7. This is 9. This is 3. This is 7. All right. And slowly but surely, it's all coming together. This is 8. 8. 1, 2, 4, 8. It has to be... Oh, wait. Did I break this? Yeah, I broke this. 1 second. Oh, this is not 2. Sorry. This is 8. Then this is 2. Okay. That makes a little more sense. 2 now can have 8 next to it. It has to have 8 here because this will be 3, 9 then. 1, 2, 4, 6 means this is 8 because it can't be 3 or 9. 3, 9 seems to be the thing here. It's like the end all be all. This is, if this is 3, 9, this is 4, 7, so we know 4. We know 7. That gives us our 3, 4 pair there. Cross, what was it again? 8, 6. 6, 8. 3, 9 staring up. 3, 9 staring across. Leaves us only 3 options for 3, 9. We know this has to be 3, 9. 3, 9. Oh, what are we missing? 3, 9, 4, 6. So this is 3, 9. This is 4, 6. We know the order. 4, 6. How do we connect 6 to 8? Using 1 or 2. It can't be 1, so I think it has to be 2. Then, well, yeah, Sudoku also tells us that. Then 3, 9 here. All of these will magically resolve. This will be 7. 3, 9, 8. And something here fixes our 3, 9s. Oh, sorry, of course. Why did I ever say 6 could be... You know, folks, I'm I'm gonna blame my the interruption during my solve. I just What in the world? All right, well, we solved that in 12 minutes and 56 seconds with the cold hard factors by Philip Newman as the 39th solve. I guess 3 and 9 were kind of thematic numbers here in today's puzzle. The version of the puzzle that you saw me solve is not actually the correct version. I pulled the version that I solved off of the Grandmaster Puzzle site. Turns out we were missing an extra given, and that extra given may or may not have influenced my guessing of the variant. So this is a future Lucian going back and amending the original guess that I had made. Philip specifically called it out and said, I may or may not have misled someone, cough, Lucian, cough. So we're going to look at other options here for the guessing game. I had originally said cloned shapes Sudoku, but what else could it be? It could be... No, it can't be that. Could it be Chess Kings? It could be... No, it seems too random though. I mean, that doesn't work. 3, just maybe 2. No, that doesn't work either. Killer Hidden Arrow Sudoku? Yeah, of the options in my spreadsheet, I I think Killer Hidden Arrows. Yeah, I think that makes sense. It's the only thing that feels really clear. So let's go with that. We will go with Killer Hidden Arrows Sudoku as our guest for tomorrow. So with that, hopefully you enjoyed, and as always, thank you for watching.